Okay, this one's going to be an interesting one. Come on, Konica. Going to leave it on 100, I think. This one's going to be an interesting one if we can make it look good. So we're just going to go, I'm going to add a background colour. I was thinking today that orange would be a good colour for this, because we're going to make a copy of a copy, and we're going to make the orange more intense instead of it being a wishy-washy first generation colour. So we're just going to make it a bit of contrast. Here we're going to make it all the way there. Sharpness and colour balance. Okay, I'm going to make that look good, and I think that's how we're going to make it. Right, it's going to be a challenging one. We're just going to pull it all the way up the dock feeder, and we've got here an Up and Go, an empty Up and Go breakfast drink. I love it, Up and Go. I normally have them in the cartons, but I had this today especially for a demo, so I had this on purpose. So we're going to play spin the bottle with it. Let's see if that looks good. This is a challenge, and hopefully the white areas, well, like these areas will get shades of orange. So let's see if the orange has actually turned out. If it's not too, it's a matte finish, this white, so it may not turn out as well as I was hoping it. But anyway, that's interesting. There's not, as I said, there's not much orange in it. I think we can just take the orange out, but that looks quite an amazing sort of thing. I think it's more this way. It's hard to tell, but that's spinning the bottle. It's interesting, but we've got to do more. So I'm just going to go here, and just because it's not doing anything useful, we're just going to turn off the background colour, because it's a matte finish where most of the, there's a bit of white there, but even that didn't turn up with the orange. So we're going to try it again. So it's hard to work out which way I'm going to spin it, how. So I might do something to this. I might enlarge it. So we're going to enlarge it to 141.4. So that should be in the A5 area. A5. Okay, let's get this thing spinning and looking good. Right. Okay, let's see how we're done here. See how we go. Whoa, we fucked it up. We fucked it up. Not much of it's showing on there at all. We fucked up. It's not easy, as you can see. So I'm trying my best. So I'm going to line it up with A5 and try that again. So we're just going to spin the bottle. Hopefully that's come up a treat. Oh shit, what was that? I just heard a clunk. That did not sound normal. I really hate it when photocopiers don't sound the way they're supposed to sound. Normal, a certain way they're meant to sound. Now again, I don't like this result as much as I want it to be. So we're going to try that again. It's not easy getting something that I really, really appreciate or really like. I'm now going to turn the bottle upside down. So we're going to try and make it look more of a diagonal sort of a thing, because mirror images look better with diagonals. So let's see if we've made this more diagonal. This will be used if I can get something good out of it. We got some diagonal. I think we can use it. I think that'll pass the test, or pass the, it's got that diagonal look, and that looks quite strange. So we're just going to put the other ones aside, and we're going to use this as our master copy. So we're just going to take our Up and Go and put it with the other items that are going to be recycled in the commingled bin. well, that's what we have. We have commingled recycling. We can mix plastics with paper and so on. So within limits, not everything can go in the commingle. You can't put polystyrene in, you can't put soft plastics in. But I tried to recycle anyway, even though it seems that recycling doesn't seem to account for a lot of the waste that we dispose of. People throw electronics in the bins, and it's just not good enough. And there's just not enough stuff that's being recycled, and there's lots of greenwash, like I'm wondering how those plastic bags at Coles and Woolies, the alternative ones, are really any good. I read it's like for a green bag from Woolworths, for example, to pay to make up for the manufacturing strain, or you have to basically use it, I think, 100 and something times before you can pay off the environment, because basically it takes a certain amount. I don't understand how it exactly works, but basically for environmentally speaking, for a green bag to pay off, it has to be used at least 100 and something times before it pays off. So it's also made of plastics, and they can rip and get damaged, and they may get damaged prematurely before that number of uses has been achieved, and then that's where it's going to fail, and it's just not good enough. And you have to pay for them, so it's basically a bit of greenwash, and it's basically typical capitalism trying to pose as green or socialist or whatever, trying to appeal to the public. But people are angry that the single-use bags are gone, and it doesn't seem to make a difference. As I said, you've got to use a green bag more than 100 times to get the necessary environmental outcome that justifies making such a move from disposable bags to supposedly reusable bags. So, but anyway, I like this result. We're just going to print off the first two, and then we're going to print off another two in mirror image. So the actual orange has made it look more nicer. It's actually made, and there's some blue there as well, cyan. So I'm really happy with these overall results here. This looks really good, and I'm now going to just position them corner to corner. They're not curling much, which is good, but there's not much toner on this. But when I had problems with curling before I bought a new ream of paper and some damp rid, I basically had really big problems with curling. Even slightly covered images still had a severe problem of curling. So basically it looks like it's improved. Not finished. It's not totally cured. We haven't cured our paper curling, but we've at least reduced it. And because we've had rain, and the rain, since it's been raining, it just started to get into the paper and all that. It takes a while for it to leave the unit because I only have the windows open a small amount, just enough for ventilation. So I don't like I don't even have a heater in this place. I can't afford to run a heater. So I can't justify closing the windows anyway to keep the heat in. Anyway, this looks good. And we're just going to line them up. Oops, we nudged that other sheet. I hate it when I do that. I hate it when I just position it and then I nudge another sheet out of place. It's really annoying when I do that. So I'm going to try not to nudge anything. I just got to push it gently into place. And that looks good. That's really bright and fiery. I think we can call that one quits. I love it.